Okay.
Okay, today is July 23, 2016, and this is a live interview with Carlo Aris Abarientos. My name is Spooky. Welcome to uh, a personal interview with Carlo. So basically, this is an interview because I am so interested about uh,
The
LGBT community. Yes. So basically, it's just a lot of personal questions that maybe may sound redundant, but to me, it's more of a learning thing for me. So I found out that my cousin, uh, uh, how do you say that? Like that, I found out through my husband Joe that he was posting pictures in Facebook, and it was a picture of a woman. And I said, when Pops told me that it was Carlo, I said no. I was so in denial. So then, I it got confirmed the other day when I had a quick chat with him. So tell me again, how did it all started?
Well, it started in the Philippines when I had my first.
Okay.
Um,
How old were you then?
I think 18.
18. Okay.
I thought it was just a experimental thing, but
Yeah.
it came to the point where I realized that, I started liking
Yes.
the same
You,
sex.
you know so well that our family is very, very religious and family oriented, yes. And did you have any fear of doing what something like against or something like the expectation of the family? Were you scared?
Well, at first I was kind of, but then, for me it's that who I am or who I will become, I know that my family will accept me for no matter what.
Yes. So one of my biggest question too is that with me, I'm guided with the family's expectation as well, and they expect me to be a good wife, a good daughter, a good mother, and I live up to that. And I guided by their expectation. I don't live with their expectations, but just guided. Who do you think among all the family members would you be scared to tell that this is who you are? Who would it be?
Lolo.
Lolo. Why do you think?
He still has that expectation of me, where I will get married with a girl, have kids.
Yes.
And Lolo was the one that practically raised me because I was always with him when I was in elementary school,
Yeah.
through middle school. He was the
Right.
one that was guiding me throughout, the whole experience in my life.
Yes. So when you had this experimentation when you were 17 or 18, did you ever thought did Lulu came across to your mind, or maybe your mom, at least your mom, that you will be hurting them? Because I'm not saying that, oh, who are they that I will be hurt, right? Or that, like, this is who I am. I know many gay and lesbian would say that, but like, what would you be? How would be the term I would be using? Like, um, like the feeling, like, how do you, how did you kind of like get over with it, or like how did you were you able to say, you know what, I'm just gonna do it regardless?
um, no, when I got into the first relationship I ever had with the same sex, yes, mom came across my mind.
Yeah.
Lolo too.
Your dad?
My dad, yeah. But, you know, for me, I can't deny what I am. I cannot deny who I am. I can't deny anything about me. I'm an open book. So, if they found out, whether they accept it or not, I have to live with the consequence.
Right.
And for me, it's yes, I might be giving them a disappointment in life, but I mean, as long as I finish whatever I want to finish, like I have my
Uh,
goals in life,
Right, right.
whether or not I disappointed them on my personal life, but then as long as my goals are there, then
Don't you think that I feel that, let's just say maybe part of this thing is genetic, right? And part of it could be environmental, which I believe is environmental, is through friends, they hang out with. Um, who do you think that you seeing your Ati Bibang and some other family members, do you think that had impacted your decision in pushing through being gay?
um I wouldn't think so, because even though
I mean, did
there
you
are
say they did it anyway? I'm gonna do it.
no
Do you know?
no
No.
it's
Okay.
not about for me, I don't really think it's environmental, because it's who you are, whether or not you don't realize it yet.
Right.
Because let's just say that you hung out with the wrong people, but then you grew up being good,
Right.
and then the wrong people that you hang out
It's like
with
vice versa.
is telling you to do something, but you know it's wrong,
Right.
which you don't do it. You know what I mean? So it's basically your personality already. So what I'm trying to say is, like, it's not really how they influenced you. It's on how how it is already. You know what I mean? Because, like, I know some people, like, they realized it really late.
Right. Now, let's say, for example, like in Philippines, you were 18 then, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 24. That's a long gap, like 6 years. Did you ever had any relationship or like a girl relationship prior to or within that 6 years?
Yeah, I had one before I had the.
Guy, okay. Now, I don't understand. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know how to say this. Once you claim yourself a gay, right? So if you like a boy, and he kind of like you, does that make you too gay? Am I correct? I mean, okay. So if you're gay, right, and you like a boy, and then this guy gives you a hint that he likes you too, so
Does
both
that mean that
both
they're
are.
Well, yeah, I would consider it, because you are liking the same sex.
Okay. Now, do you think can that boy, a man, can like a girl too?
I believe so. There are people like that.
Oh, they are. Are you are you dating now or just seeing somebody?
I don't know what I would
Acquaintance.
acquaintance.
Yeah. Don't you think there would be a point where you probably thought that you are using more of your heart than it is what you are? Sometimes our mind is very, like
Cautious,
controlling to our feelings, right? Which side are you right now? Are you using more of your heart or your brain?
The heart.
The heart. They say, I don't know,
Well,
but you use so much of your heart, you end up putting yourself into a lot of I don't know, like painful experience.
I mean, without any experience, without any painful experience, without any heartbreak, you won't mature from what you are.
Okay, I take that. So let's say, for example, when did you started really coming out? Just recently or
Just recently.
just recently? Okay. So let's say, for example, so you did this, right? Let's just say within 6 months you have been doing this. And then let's say out of the blue a girl came along, right? And then the girl said, I really like you, and somehow you have feelings for this girl too. How would you be able to explain your past?
Well, I mean, I would say, I've dated guys, I've been in a relationship with guys, and if we're
Would
gonna
you
be
be
together,
would
I've
you
gotta
be
be open with you.
initially truthful,
Of course.
or you wanna wait until how things are?
No, I would I put my cards on the table all the time.
Right.
This is how it is. So if you still like me, okay, that would be great. But if it's not, then I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's how I am. I play my cards, and if you don't like to play my cards, then
Don't you think? Do you think you would go far in hurting the family as to make sure that you get what you want in terms of your feelings?
I mean, I totally get that. You have to. If you're family oriented, you have to give the satisfaction to the family. But don't you think it's also kind of selfish if you do not? It's selfish of the family to not give happiness to the child.
It's true.
It's kind of contradicting, but like as long for me as long as I meet my goals and I show the family that I'm successful,
Yeah.
that's the only thing I could give them so that they could be proud of.
Yeah.
But other than that, if it's like the personal life, like about my love life, I'm sorry to disappoint them, but
Yeah.
that's how it is.
So other than Lolo, who else could it be that you are scared of?
Nobody else.
To let them know that this is who you are, or that you know.
Nobody else actually. It's just Lolo.
You're scared of Lord.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. If right now you meet God, what would you tell God?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I committed a sin. But as long I'm gonna ask him for forgiveness, and ask him to judge me on my personality, on how I am, and see my goodness, rather than the sin that I've committed.
Right. Right.
Because I'm a good person. I help out a lot. I help as much as I can.
Yeah. Now.
But but for me, it's like condemning me because of the sin that I made, rather than the efforts that I give.
Right.
Would be kind of, I would say, I don't know, like
Yeah, I think God would probably just kind of weigh
weigh
it.
it, yeah,
Right.
because I believe that God created all creatures,
Right.
and that, I mean, I don't really know how I would say, but like, I'm pretty sure in ancient times there were gay
In
people
ancient
too.
times, yeah.
But um but like what I always hear, God loves us no matter what. So no matter how sinful you are, he would still love you.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. So let's see. You had a previous girlfriend, right? And were you ever been heartbroken?
Right?
A girl?
Oh yeah.
How about a guy?
Yeah.
Were you ever had like just hi and hello, or a passing hello? Is that the only relationship you have, or you had quite a long term?
A long term.
Yeah. Do you see yourself like seeing somebody as a long term?
Yeah, I would. I'm that kind of person where you say hopelessly romantic.
Oh my God. Okay, so let's see. Did you don't you this is just a question, okay? I'm not sure if I'm just going back and forth, but don't you think you decided to be like this because you are hopeless with girls? So you said, you know what? Let me just try with men. So I feel that to you when I my previous conversation with you that you kind of have a low self-esteem.
Which I
You
do.
thought yes. Don't you think that you thought that maybe some guys can just okay, you know what I mean? Like so, the girl did not kind of like not so good with the girl side, you know. So you went to the boy. Do you think
Actually,
that's how?
no.
No.
Actually, for me, it's even not. I didn't have any low self esteem when I was dating a girl.
Okay.
I didn't have any low self esteem. I was like, okay, but I don't know. It's just the fact that when me and my ex girlfriend broke up, I started seeing this guy, and
Who approach? Like, do you approach or they do?
they do.
They do.
Yeah. Not to be conceited or anything,
Right.
but they're the one that's they used to go near me, but not no more. But um, yeah. I started seeing this guy. He approached me, and then we started seeing each other,
Right.
and then that's when, everything happened.
Are you looking for a long-term relationship or are you just kind of wanting to get to know somebody right now?
Long term?
Long term. You think you'll ever find one?
That I don't know.
I know. We feel the same way too, but I mean, I'm gonna give an instance. Like, do you think there will be a point where you've been giving a lot of, let's just say maybe money wise, maybe your time, you give up a lot of your time, a lot of your effort, and then the guy didn't seem to do that, but you like the guy. Would you go far in just continuing that relationship?
Oh hell no.
Even
No.
though you said your heart, you will use your heart.
Yeah, I would use my heart, but then, like, it would be heartbreaking too if you would just you yourself is just gonna like keep on spending every time or spending your money just for that person. It's heartbreaking because you give your effort, but then the effort is not uh, uh, the effort is not appreciated or is not given back.
Right. I know that it would be so, I know that I would say, do you love your mom? So I'm gonna ask differently. I know you love your mom. How did you approach your mom about this?
Actually, she's the one that approached me because she saw it on Friendster.
Oh,
But I denied it at first, and then it got confirmed by Auntie Elsie,
Oh, okay.
and I couldn't say anything else. But then she's asked me, "What did I go wrong on you?" I'm like,
Did she cry?
Yeah, she did.
Yeah.
I told her, "You didn't do anything wrong, Mom. This is how I am, and this is what I realized I am. So, no matter what, I'm still your son, and I'm still gonna give you your grandchildren if you want it. And at the same time, I'm gonna be successful."
Do you think you will go far in doing insemination, that kind of thing?
Yeah.
You do?
For me, I want a child that has my genes and my partner's genes. So basically, 2 children or 3.
Yeah.
Depends.
So you see yourself in like marrying, is that right?
Yeah. In the long run, but not now.
Yeah. What did your Auntie Bibang said when she learned nursing?
Well, she just accepted me right away. But the first person that ever knew was Ate May.
Oh, Ate May. Oh, yeah, I could expect because she lives in Philippines.
Yeah, she was the one, and then she helped me keep my secrets. I was the one that I told her, and she she was just just plain. She was regular,
But you see, Ati is trying to convince you that these are all temporary. Temporary. There is the, I know that there are some successful gay couples that they get married and have kids. Insemination, nothing natural. But I'm still hoping that you would be. How do you see yourself? Let's just say 20 is too long, so let's say 5 years from now.
I would be still gay. But I mean, no. This is the thing. There is like, for me, I'm open to love in any kind of form. I wouldn't say that I wouldn't. I'm like disgusted with girls. No. When I watch straight porn, I still get turned on.
You do? But what do you call that then? You still like girls?
I wouldn't say I'm not closed. Yeah, but
Are you surrounded with girls now or boys? I mean, gay. I'm not
gays.
sure how.
I have all different kind of friends. I have straight, gays, bisexuals, girls, guys.
So when you go to someone's house, let's say you are picking up a friend, do you go to their house and meet their parents too? Like say.
Sometimes I get to meet their
Or hey,
parents.
Mr. So and so.
Yeah, sometimes I get to meet their parents, and
So your friends also, their parents also knew that they are gay.
some of them do, some of them don't, which I have to act straight.
Ooh, sorry. Oh really?
Yeah.
Do you think your life is easier now than it was back then?
I would say yes, because it's I know it's kind of being selfish of me to say, but it's much more, I'm much more liberated and free, rather than being concealed and hiding a secret.
I know. Do you think Carlo Abarentos has a secret still? Kapish!
Like what kind of secrets?
Any secret? Do you think you still have something that you're hiding?
From
Other
the
than-
family or
Yes.
friends?
Oh yes, other than your
Experience wise?
yes, or anything, any. Do you think you still have any secrets?
I wouldn't think
Does Carlo
so.
have dating two people at the same time? That's like
no,
the secret, right?
No. I mean, experiences, yes, I would keep it because it's about a sexual experiences.
Yeah, I'm too.
But-
Ate Poke is very like I don't know how they're doing, and that kind of thing. I don't know, that kind of thing. But Carlo, Ate Poke is very old-fashioned.
Fashion, yes.
And if you're going to have a kid, and your partner is a man, other than insemination, I'm like, what are they gonna do? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I know that insemination is like, my God, almost every couples do that. Would you consider adoption?
Oh yes.
You do?
Adoption. For the thing there is, as long as I am happy with my partner and we become successful in the long run or whatever, and I want to make that family. But then if there's no other way, then if there's no other way where we could get a surrogate or
Yeah. Would
then
you get it here or in Philippines? I mean,
that
yeah.
I cannot answer
You know what I
because
mean? Like,
I have to
oh yeah,
talk
depends
to
to your partner.
my partner too.
let's see. About work. Do you consider yourself like have achieved what you want or not yet?
No,
Like,
not yet.
are you still in the process of wanting to become
Something more, yes.
better or
I am, for me, I'm that kind of person that wants to challenge.
right?
That, so,
Do
I
you-
told my mom that I'm going to become a nurse, in which I am going to.
You're gonna pursue it. Are you considering doing it here or in the Philippines?
Here.
In here. I think they said that a bachelor degree, right?
Yeah.
Now, if you stay around here, would I be here in San Francisco or
No, it would be somewhere else.
somewhere else? You know, a lot of people stay away with their family because they're hiding, and of course, you're not hiding anymore. Didn't you think that if you are leaving San Francisco or you know where majority of the people, do you think that if you leave the city, you would be don't you think you would be hiding something else too?
No.
No, so that would be only like about work and
It's
school.
about work and school. For me, I want to become that person that's independent. I know I'm still relying on my mom, but if I don't cut the umbilical cord between me and my mother, it will never happen.
Yeah. But let me tell you something, okay? As a mom, I have Cole. I told Cole that, you know, you finish school and you work. I don't care how long you stay here, but I want you to save money. I don't want him to start a family where he starts struggling and, you know, paying bills at early age because he's working already. I want him at least have enough, you know, and enjoy that being a single guy, you know.
That's true, but
So for me as a Filipino or in our culture, there is nothing wrong with it because I see my son, you know, finishing school, you know, spending his money or helping us, or however he's using it, and then he's not getting married and he's broke or like paycheck to paycheck.
Yeah.
You know, I want him to at least
achieve
save
the
a little
goal.
bit, help the family, and help yourself too and your future. Now, I know you're with your mom and your ate is with you too. Now, did you ever told your ate, honey, about you?
No, she just knew it already.
She knew?
She knows it.
Are you close with your ate, honey?
Yeah.
Do you tell her? This is considered a secret. Did you ever mention? Did you ever had a conversation with her? You're like, ate, you know?
I'm gay.
Yeah.
No, actually, never have. I mean, me and Ate Honey were close, but I still keep to myself because I don't, you know, sometimes me and her fight, and sometimes
It's not, but fighting as a sibling is something
yeah.
that we cannot like, you know, it's normal. We see
Yeah.
them, you know.
just
How
the
about
difference.
Ate Dimple? Your Ate Dimple. Do you think you can open with her more than it is with Ate Honey? Or maybe you
Yes, because
Or-
she knows what I did.
or
Because I told her.
maybe you told or maybe you think you're not gonna tell Ate Honey because maybe she's a little bit young to understand you, or so you tell Ate. Or is it because your Ate Dimple already knew?
I think them already knew. I don't know. It's just between me and Ate Hane. It's just a total different thing because there's a lot of times people before.
Yeah.
It was a couple of years ago. People told me I'm much more mature than my
Yeah.
sister,
Yeah.
and which is she's 6 years older than me.
Yeah. So
And
24. Oh, wait, 5 or 6 years?
5 to 6 years, yeah. So she's 29. Yeah, she's 29, 30, turning 30.
She's 29?
She's turning 30 this
Oh
year.
my god, she's almost out of the calendar.
Yes.
But that's okay. That's a different story with her too. So let's say work, We talk about work. We talk about your being gay.